Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, how much do you love Canelo? I'm just kidding. Rachel just said that. Some of y'all think we love Canelo too much. So let me tell you this. I think that when Sergey Kovalev fights Canelo Alvarez this weekend, I think we're going to see a lot more competitive fight than a lot of people see. And I think a lot of people at the end of it might even think that Kovalev deserved to win the fight, Rachel. What do you think about that prediction?
I think that it's a little more balanced. So what I see out there with predictions is it seems like people are one way or the other. Like, oh, Canelo is like cherry picking, like, he's picking Kovalev.
That's a big old cherry.
After a tough fight that he just came out of, and he's not even ready for this fight. And then I hear, like, Kovalev's way too big for Canelo. This is, like, ridiculous. So, in essence, it being more like Spence Garcia and that. And I'm just not sure,
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know.
So here's what I've talked myself into. Let me explain. I think that what you're going to see happen in the fight is that Sergey Kovalev, I don't think he gets enough credit for being as good a boxer as he is. In the first Andre Ward fight, which I thought, when it happened, I thought Kovalev deserved to win that fight. Honestly, I scored it for Kovalev. And he showed in that fight that he, from the outside, was a better boxer than the great Andre Ward. How Andre Ward came on in the second fight was by dipping under Kovalev's punches, getting him to the body, and getting inside, and used that strategy in the second fight to knock Kovalev out, to stop Kovalev, I think around round 8. But honestly, to Kovalev's credit, or to his point, those punches were low, those low blow punches. I don't want to get into that. Andre Ward's a Hall of Famer, great fighter, great wins. Still, against Canelo Alvarez, Andre Ward's a lot bigger than Canelo Alvarez. Sergey Kovalev is going to stand 4 inches taller. He's going to have a longer reach. I don't think Sergey Kovalev is just going to try to run out there and try to overwhelm Canelo with his size. I think instead, Sergey Kovalev is going to keep Canelo at the end of his jab. He's going to throw it not so much at his face because he knows Canelo's a great counterpuncher. He's going to throw it right here or down to here, and he's going to keep him. He's going to move around and force Canelo, a natural counterpuncher I might add, force Canelo Alvarez to be the aggressor. And if that happens, that's going to be a technical fight between two guys that are going to be a lot of rounds that are hard to score. And at the end of it, at the end of the full 12, I think you might even see like a majority decision win from one of the fighters. Now, when you have that, honestly, Rachel, you know that the money fighter is going to get the benefit of the judges from the benefit of the
doubt.
Yeah. The house fighter is going to get the benefit of doubt from the judges, and that's going to be Canelo. And so I foresee a very, very interesting fight on Saturday, and I wonder if you can talk me out of it.
Well, the only thing that I have concern about, because you've laid out like what seems like a good game plan for Kovalev.
I at least said it confidently.
Yeah. What my only concern is that Kovalev might be the fighter in this matchup that has a little more desperation. Feels like maybe he has to win. And sometimes when a fighter feels that way, they go in and they fight a fight that they wouldn't have had they come in like more relaxed, more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can come in with some desperation and fight in a way that you didn't really intend to fight. And that might be, especially if you come in with any like pride and ego, then you might come in and be like, yeah, I'm bigger than you, and I am going to overwhelm you with my size, and then you get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing that might also come into play is that Kovalev is 36 years old, and as fighters go past 35, you never know when they can just fall off a cliff. I will say that he looked pretty good in his last fight, and Kovalev, that is, and I will also say that Canelo Alvarez defeated Danny Jacobs in his last fight. Danny Jacobs, a big middleweight. Canelo looked great the first half of that fight. Second half of the fight wasn't as one-sided. It was a close fight, a competitive fight because of Danny Jacobs' size and boxing ability. Now, I'd argue that Sergey Kovalev is obviously bigger than Danny Jacobs, but also is just as good, perhaps, as a boxer. So I'm really, really interested in this fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. Can't believe that Canelo's such a big favorite, but I mean, I can. Well, I saw it was minus 400 for Canelo last time, which gives
Well, I
him.
mean, just think of the fan
It's like
base
80%. Yeah,
for the
that's
two
another thing.
fighters. I mean, clearly, like Canelo has the larger fan base. I mean, Kovalev, what has his home country of
Russia.
Russia? Like it's
All of Russia, which is huge. But yeah, I mean,
But,
like
like-
obviously Canelo's the biggest star in the sport,
Yeah.
but besides Mayweather and Pacquiao, who's an older generation, and Kovalev was one of the bigger stars of the HBO era, which just ended. But he's
Yeah.
not nearly in the same
but not like
stratosphere.
what he was. Yeah.
He's not even what Gennady Golovkin became either. He's somewhere
No,
under
because
that.
Kovalev, like honestly, never reached his prime. Like he never reached his potential of celebrity, like in the boxing sphere.
Yeah,
is what I
people didn't gravitate towards him the way they did to Gennady Golovkin. They came around at the same time, were similarish. Is that a word? Fighters. So anyway, I'm super excited about this fight. Cannot wait to see it. And every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, it's on the zone. I don't even have to buy this thing for $60 or $75. I think that's so awesome, and I think that this is a great fight, and it's on the zone, and I cannot believe that it is. And there's also some competing cards on ESPN and FS1. Why would you watch that? That'd be dumb. Watch Canelo versus Kovalev. Don't watch the stuff. I mean, I don't understand why they even go head to head against them. It's crazy.
Yeah. You won't have to decide to like break up your time what you're going to watch when you want to watch Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. That took forever to say. Because we won't ever do that to you. We will not record and put up a show during a fight. None of this makes sense.
We might. Who knows?
Regardless,
we're available on demand.
Should lead you to like, comment, and subscribe.
Just do that.
I don't know what else is going to have you like, comment, and subscribe besides that tangent I just, came piling, falling out of my mouth.
If you can follow that logic, like, comment, and subscribe. If you can't, like, comment, and subscribe. I don't think it really matters at this point.